You're welcome back. Nearly 2 months after violent clashes over farmer-header tensions led to the attack at the Kwame Danso District Police Station and Courthouse by angry mob, the absence of law enforcement and judicial services has created a security vacuum in the Sine West District capital. With crime rising and disputes unresolved, residents now live in growing uncertainty as traditional leaders take rebuilding into their own hands, hoping to pave the way for the return to the state. Anas Sabit reports.
This is Kwame Danso, the capital of the Sine West District, but as you can see in this shot, the district police station is a shell. Its gates are locked, not to keep people out, but because there is no one inside to keep. The story of how this happened is one of tension. The story of what happens now is one of profound consequence. The unrest here dates back to long-standing simmering tension between local farmers and herders, a familiar conflict in many parts of the country. But here in Kwame Danso, those tensions eventually boiled over, spilling beyond the fields and into the very institutions meant to keep the peace. Prompted by these disputes, some youth groups stormed the district police station and the district court. The aftermath was devastating. Security personnel fled for their lives. Both facilities were extensively vandalized. The Inspector General of Police had no choice but to withdraw all officers from the district. The courts too were closed. Chiefs and elders of the community have condemned the action, but the deed was done. The law had left Kwame Danso.
We condemn the action of the perpetrators in no uncertain terms. We see the action of the perpetrators as an act of hooliganism and flagrant disregard to the rule of law.
Today, several weeks after the closures, the vacuum left behind has triggered a ripple effect of challenges. The immediate fear, a rise in crime.
The German light of over Tiana say, aha, Omo baby, I have more baby. I must say, Kura, ya, Kura, Timamufua, ye, Jumaka Karakara, ya the demo, yam share.
But Omo Ben, Cortano, Omo family be the first, F second. SM by Ebe boom container na Anwankasan, F me cylinder, Ena me spaghetti, Ena Indomie box. Say they have a brave.
Without a functioning court, land disputes, family arguments, and contractual issues remain frozen in time with no resolution in sight, and the concept of emergency response has become a distant memory.
I think when it happened like that, we lamented so much about their actions, and they should desist from such actions if opportunity is given to us that the police station is reopened.
The district chief executive for Sine West, Fusini Kari, confirms the district security council DISEC is actively working to mend the fragile relationship between farmers and herders, addressing the root cause.
We have put in place some measures to ensure that the farmer cattle struggle that has been there, at least we can stop it. We are also following at the district DISEC committee closely the activities of these committees. So currently that is what we are doing.
But the primary urgent concern for residents remains the return of permanent law enforcement. District Police Commander says operational team in Lalai is temporarily in charge of the entire area's security.
At the moment, we have some operational men at Lalai. They are the ones who have been taking temporary security situation within the town.
In a powerful move towards reconciliation, the Riasi Traditional Council decided not to wait. They have mobilized resources, funds, materials, and labor to physically renovate the damaged facilities.
God being so good, some of our chiefs are also supporting in this regard to renovate the police station and the courts to ensure that at least when the police return, we'll get them a very nice place to do their operations.
And so the plea from Kwame Danso is evolving. It has moved from anger to regret and now to a collective longing for restoration. And so Kwame Danso waits. It waits for carpenters to finish their work. It waits for DISEC to solidify peace. And most intently, it waits for the day when the gates here will be unlocked, not to let people out, but to let justice back in. Anna Sabit, Joy News, Kwame Danso.
Let's head to the Ashanti region now, where the management of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST, has confirmed the death of one of its students following an incident that occurred over the weekend in Ayeduase, a suburb of Kumasi. The deceased, identified as Ransford Amankwa Asumeni, was a second-year student pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness Management. According to an official statement issued by the university, preliminary reports indicate that Asumeni fell from the second floor of an off-campus hostel in the hours of Sunday, February 8, 2026. He was immediately rushed to the KNUST hospital by his colleagues with assistance from the KNUST District Police Patrol Team, but was pronounced dead on arrival. Let's read excerpts of that particular statement that has been received by the school authority, or released by the school authority, I should say. It says that the management of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology has received with deep sadness the news of the death of one of its students, Mr. Ransford Amankwa Asumeni, a second-year student of the Bachelor of Science Agribusiness Management program. Management is saddened by this unfortunate incident and extends heartfelt condolences to the family of Ransford Asumeni and the entire university community. The KNUST Police, in collaboration with the University Security Services, has commenced investigations into the incident. Management will provide further updates to the media and the public as soon as all the facts are established. KNUST remains committed to the safety, security and well-being of our students and staff. Let's stay in the Ashanti regional capital and speak to my colleague Clinton Yeboah. Clinton, what more do we know about this unfortunate incident?
Kenneth, what we know currently is that parents of the have been duly notified of the incident. And not just that, these are both commenced investigations into the incident because it's one of the saddest incidents here campus the beginning of this year. And so management has taken up the specifically on the safety of students and has sent signals to all hostel management to ensure the safety of their students, because we understand that the thief fell from the second floor of a hostel. And so the management are admonishing both hostel managers and also students to uphold their own security in these campuses. We must understand that some of these campuses are off campus and so are off the radar of the KNUST security guards. And so security off campus are left to hostels, managers, and the accommodation facilities that students are in. And so the management is admonishing such hostels and facilities to take up the security measures and make sure that students who stay in such facilities and accommodation facilities are also ensured and the facilities are also upheld.
Clinton Yeboah there with that update from the KNUST campus. Let's take you to the seat of government, where President Mahama has urged 5 newly commissioned ambassadors and a High Commissioner to ensure that their missions are welcoming and responsive to the concerns and issues of Ghanaians in the diaspora. Speaking at the commissioning ceremony at the Jubilee House, he called on them to offer compassionate assistance and to be humane in their dealings with citizens abroad.
I urge you to engage our diaspora with seriousness and empathy. The Ghanaian diaspora remains a vital national asset, contributing to our economy, projecting our culture, and supporting our national renewal. Therefore, let your missions be welcoming to them, be responsive to their issues, and humane, ensuring that every Ghanaian abroad receives professional and compassionate assistance. I also encourage you to work collegially with all staff of your respective missions and to foster harmonious, disciplined, and professional work environments in your missions. Effective leadership abroad begins with unity within the mission. As I commission you today, I do it with confidence in your competence and dedication. Ghana expects excellence, and so you must serve with purpose, and your tenure must be marked by results, stronger partnerships, expanded opportunities for our people, and a higher standing of our nation in the Committee of Nations.